here we are. Let me set this up quickly because I know we have a lot to say. So the Mets will enter tomorrow night series, 3-game series against the Braves on a 7-game losing streak. They are 1-9 in their last 10 games. One thing I did want to bring up because I did see it on MGM Grand posted something today. On August 1st, the Mets had a 95.24% chance of making the playoffs. Right now, as they've lost 11 of their past 12 games, that is dipped down to 73.68%. So in a span of 10 days, 22% decrease. Anyway, tonight, as we're recording, all eyes are in Cincinnati because the Reds host the Phillies. The Mets enter tonight 5.5 games out of first place in the NL East, but they are clinging to the third and final National League wildcard spot with a 1.5 lead over the Reds. I texted this to Lee J and my brother and Caesar last night, but I will say this now, as Eric is here now. They've got 44 games left. Even if you go 500, that leaves you at 85-77, and that's probably not going to be enough to get in. They basically need to go 30-14 to win 90 games, which seems very, very unlikely right now. Guys, let's dissect this. We'll go around the horn, and then we'll say our piece, and then we can pull out any thread that we want to. I've got a criticism against Stearns that I will stay for last, and I know Lee J does as well, but it's some of it's made more sense to me in the past couple of days seeing what's happening in the minor leagues right now. But Eric, we'll start with you first. What the fuck is happening here?
Hold on, I got to do something first. Hold on.
Oh boy, he's gonna do. I know. There it is. He got a new hat.
Eric has put a paper bag over his head.
That shitty supermarket.
It's the only supermarket I could find that get a brown paper bag. Oh my god!
Shit,
unbelievable. Where do you start? I'm going to take this off.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, before you suffocate.
Yeah.
Eric, hello. Someone call his wife.
So many things we could talk about during this losing streak, but for me, it starts with the starting pitching. There's no way you could have starters go 4 innings and expect this revamped bullpen that you traded for all these 3 guys to help. It's and I think Howie Rose said the same thing. Yeah, I think he tweeted the other day that you can't have a starter go 4 innings and expect to win games. And that you got other things like making errors now. Like Lindor made a terrible error, Senga made a terrible error, and then these teams are capitalizing on it. That's the thing. It's like the Mets, they're doing what the Mets don't do is, number one, hit with runners in scoring position, and number 2, capitalize when the other team makes a mistake. And there's so many things we could talk about, and I'm sure we'll get into it. But to me, it starts with the starting pitching, and is why I wanted a starting pitcher to for them to trade for a starting pitcher. But and that runners in scoring position, you can't get a clutch hit. If you had a gun to your head, it's unbelievable. Now on FAN, they're calling Juan Solo because that's all he hits is solo home runs.
Oh God, that sounds like my brother.
Yeah. Which, I mean, what is he gonna do? There's nobody on base. I mean,
right? Yeah,
I got something to say to that.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just I don't know, man. It boggles my mind. I don't know who to blame. The blame goes to a lot of people. I point the finger at Lindor too. He needs to step up. Because, and I don't want to hear about his big toe hurts and none of that. Last year, he had a bad back and he could barely walk, and he played better.
Right, right. Yeah, that's
So I don't want to hear that as an excuse. But I don't know. We got a lot to talk about.
Lee J, what a quick synopsis, 30,000-foot view here to start us off.
30,000 feet. I'm taking a huge shit on everybody. I don't even know. I don't even know what to start or what to say. This is just. This is like insane what we're watching here. What we're watching unfold between our, like, right in front of our eyes. And then everybody creates whatever narrative they want to create about whatever. Pick this, pick that. The obvious is the obvious. What Eric just said, the starting pitching. And like Will said when he texted us in our group text between the three of us, you can't, us as fans can't take you serious, or we can't see you as taking things serious if you keep on throwing out this fat ass Montez.
Right, it's true,
whose fucking cholesterol reads tres leches. Why do we keep throwing? For the life of me, I don't know. Like, then you ask them the question, they'll give you a little answer, and this is bad reporting. I'm not a reporter. I've never done it. Will has. There's no follow-up question to their like weak answer.
Yeah.
So why you keep throwing this guy out on the fucking mound?
Yeah. That's a good point.
How us as fans, our fat asses that sit on the sofa and watch baseball are the biggest critics in the world, could see that this guy doesn't belong on the mound, but you don't. There's only one reason to me. Is because you fucked up by signing this guy. We all said it when he was signed. What the hell is this guy doing? Listen, I'll give him credit for taking a chance on Severino last year. He had a good year. Severino, apparently, what the rumor was, he was willing to take a little bit less to stay with the Mets. And you decided to go with Montas. What? What are you bringing these guys in for, like a year here and there so they could prove something, right? He proved something to you, so you bring the guy that doesn't prove anything at all in his whole career. And you give him a 2-year, 20 per. He's opting in. He'll be with the Mets next year unless you get rid of him.
Which is fucking insane.
You gave him a player option. Kudos to Boris. He did that. And this Juan Solo thing, I don't understand what people want this. I'm not trying to listen. He's in certain key at bats with runners in scoring position. He's not coming through.
Yeah,
I'll say that. But there, every at bat's not the same. Okay. For example, yesterday the game was tied at 6 in the 9th inning with 2 outs. I don't fuck with hypotheticals, Will, but for this situation, just so everyone can understand what I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. If he hits a solo home run yesterday, that matters, right?
Right, because they win maybe
it would have put them up at 1 at that time, correct?
Right. Yes.
But you know what Milwaukee did? They did the intentional walk. Mm-hmm. Because there was 2 outs. Mm-hmm. When a lot of his solo home runs come up? Just look. When the Mets are down 8-zip, like that one he hit against the last one that against Cleveland. The Mets were losing 5-0.
Yeah, the no-hitter. Yeah.
You know what Cleveland did? They said, F it, just throw the ball down the pipe. It doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah.
So it's not just look at the stats and see solo runs. You still have to watch the game and see what's happening. And like I said, certain things with the runners, certain times with runners in scoring position, he isn't coming through. But if you know who Juan Soto is up until now, he's been with the Mets. He doesn't have the same at-bats. I feel sometimes he forces things to try to get runs in, and he swings at stuff he would not normally swing. Why? Because people complain, oh, he's walking too much. That's what he does. Juan Soto is not a home run hitter. He never has been.
Right. You're right. Yeah, he hasn't been. Yeah.
He's a tactical hitter. Why do you think he tries to bunt sometimes? It's either to get into the opposing pitcher's head or just try something different. This is who this man, he works at his craft. There's no one that can't tell me that he doesn't work at his craft, because he does. Is he the best outfielder? He's not. But that's not what the Mets signed him for.
He hasn't killed him out there, though. I will say
he hasn't. And this stupid narrative about, oh, he's always smiling. It's not a smile that he's happy. That smile when you're talking to somebody, let's say, whatever you're doing, you're like, if you keep on, I'm going to slap the shit out of you. Like, no shit, we suck. That's the smile that he's giving you. Anybody that plays sports knows that. He's not smiling because he's in a happy place. It sucks. They're losing, and they're losing a lot. But why is no one blaming Nimmo?
No.
This guy's in the shitter.
By the
But
way,
he's smiling all the time.
can I just stop you there about Limo? Because
When did he become such a strikeout hitter?
Okay,
Guy.
hold your thought, Lee J. Hold on, both you guys. Hold on. This is an interesting stat because somebody posted this, and I want to bring it up. Since that San Francisco Giants series, right? That was what, 3 weeks ago now? After the All-Star game, right? Is that when it was? Or no?
That sounds about right.
As this was before yesterday's game. You want to hear what his stats were? 6 of 55, hitting a $109. 25 strikeouts. That's 45.4% of his plate appearances he struck out. Guess how many home runs?
0.
He struck out almost 50% of the time over a 14-game span.
And here's what's a little bit not fair. And here's what's not fair a little bit. I see where they're coming from, but I don't see where they're coming from. Juan Soto's $800 million masks all of that for everybody else. You don't want to talk. Yesterday, Nimmo in the field. There was a runner on first base. He's a fast runner. I'll give him that. But if you grew up playing baseball, a single to left field right in front of you, a man should never get to third base.
Never.
Yeah.
He got to third base. You know why? Because Nimmo was lazy.
I see. I didn't watch the game, so you would know.
Nimmo was lazy yesterday. That man should never go from first to third with a single to left field.
That's insane. That's a problem.
That's an unwritten rule, not rule, but unwritten in baseball since Little League.
Even with Nimmo's weak arm, that shouldn't happen.
That shouldn't happen. But he got there. There's the blame to go around for everyone. For everyone. But everybody keeps on. You hear to say, oh, Lindor, but he gets like a pass because of what he did for us last year. I don't give a shit about last year. Last year's over.
Yeah.
I don't care. You hear that? Like, I don't care. You want to be real? Lindor had a great second half, but there's only one hit that mattered that brought the Mets to the playoffs.
Yeah, the home run in Atlanta.
And the home run by Alonso that beat Milwaukee. Because guess what? We would have never made the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Mendoza, he's starting to irritate me. Not putting in Taylor to run that game. I don't know.
God.
His head was so far up his ass. And then he just gives this answer, well, yeah, Marte, he's a good ball player. What? And the other excuse, oh, well, those teams on the other side are good too. Come on, man. You guys are telling us you're a World Series team. It doesn't matter.
I fucking hate that excuse.
I'm telling you, he's like I text you guys, he's sounding like honeymooners, humming when he's answering.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So let me say something about Stearns because I think I was giving him a pass, despite Lee J always chirping about how much he disliked him. But here's my problem with him, and why I do put not a lot, but there is blame. Lee J, I think you're right. There's blame to go everybody. Stearns, fucking coaching staff, the players. I'm not going to disagree with that. This is why I'm concerned with Stearns. I don't care that he's a Mets fan. I think the problem with him being in Milwaukee is a problem because it's that small market mentality, right? And what do I mean by that? We all saw what happened yesterday, right? They promoted Jonah Tong, Carson Bench, Jet Williams, and Ryan Clifford. That AAA team is fucking stacked right now. McLean's there and Sprout. We're still waiting for those guys. My suspicion is that because he thinks this farm system is relatively stacked, quote unquote stacked, with pitching and position players that you can control for 5 to 6 years at a cost, why would I go out there and sign more guys to long-term deals or make a splash at the trading deadline? That's what I think he's doing. I really do believe that. He must see something in the minor league system that's saying, okay, if we can just tread water until next year, we'll have all these young guys come up, all this controllable talent, and I don't have to go out and fucking spend any more money. That's what I really think is happening. And Lee J called it. He called it after they fucking signed Soto.
I told you, bro.
And you said, but that's
Okay.
what the thing.
I meant to bring that up. Yep.
Yeah, it made me think about. It made me think about when you, because I was thinking about these yesterday. It made me think about, man. Lee J said, "Oh shit, maybe this is it. They're not going to spend any more money," and they didn't really. And now you're seeing what's happening in the minors. There's all this excitement around these young players. Guess what? They're going to be fucking cheap to have for the next 5 to 6 years once they come up. And I think the reason why they're not bringing them up now is because they want to hold off on their service time. And that's the thing. That's fucking Wilpon shit.
And you know,
Wilponism.
and here's the thing. To go back to the previous GM, and he took a lot of shit for some stuff he did, and I'm not going to take anything away bad that he did. I'm talking about Brody.
Yeah, Brody.
You know,
your former spirit animal.
They ripped him for signing DeGrom. That worked out because they signed him early at a cheaper price.
Right.
And then when he got hurt, he wound up walking, so it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
The service time thing, that was another thing when, if you remember with Alonso when he was trying to come up.
Right,
he said,
exactly.
fuck that.
Yeah.
This guy's ripping it up. Call him up.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly. Right.
What else did he do big? Yeah, we had to eat the Cano thing. F it, whatever. But we got Edwin Diaz. How many people ripped that trade?
Yeah.
Now everybody's like, we can't let Diaz go next year. We can't let him. This guy's holding on to service. This is not what this is about. It's about winning. Service time, no service time. You don't know how long any of these players have. If you knew that, different story. That means you could tell the future you're probably in the wrong business. It's imploding right in front of our eyes.
It makes no sense.
It is.
It's what are we supposed to say?
That's the thing. It leaves us speechless because there's so much things that they're doing wrong.
But why, like I asked last week, why do us as fans see this and they don't? But you're not giving us straight answer. If you gave me a straight answer, it's like I tell everybody, I'd rather have somebody that doesn't like me tell me, fuck you to my face so I know how to deal with them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of being nice to me and then you want to snake me behind me. This guy's trying to tell us, don't worry, it's coming around. What's coming around? There's nothing coming around. I keep looking around the corner. There's nothing there. You keep on giving us these bullshit answers. And like I said last week too, if you sign one guy thinking that he was going to turn everything around, you built your team the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I think he did with Soto. He said, this is what we need based on what we did last year. And I told you, Will, that was not the right mindset. We needed to get a couple more players here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's being proven. Does that make me better at his job than him? That's not what I'm saying. But Jesus Christmas, what are we doing here?
Here's another thing I'm going to talk about. And this was mentioned on WFAN where I think it was Boomer that said it, that Juan Soto should be the leader of this team just because he makes the most money.
No, that's not the way it works.
That's not the way it works. Number one, where has Juan Soto ever been the leader of a team?
He's never been the leader.
Never been. So now because he makes more money, the most money, that he's got to be the leader? Nonsense. You know, you look at Lindor. Lindor is supposed, quote unquote, the captain of this team, right? But a lot of times I see guys like Marte, you know, trying to rev people up in the dugout and things like that. I mean, Lindor could be doing it behind the scenes. I don't know. But I mean, this is the guy that you wanted David Wright to give him the captaincy, right? Thank God that didn't happen, because he would have forget about it. He would have been shitted on from, you know, for a very long time. But, you know, this is one last thing I want to mention about the starting pitching. I saw a stat. I don't know if you guys saw the game yesterday. They showed a stat that I had to get up and walk away because I couldn't believe it. They said, take away the David Peterson starts, the Mets have gone, I think it was 53 or 54 straight games without a pitcher going more than 6 innings.
Yeah.
54 something games.
It's insane.
That's crazy, bro. You need a super Avengers bullpen to do something like that. You can't expect
one of the guys that you bought in is shit in the bed, Van Helsing. Blew the game on Saturday and gave it the time run yesterday.
Yeah. And his velocity was down yesterday. He was throwing like 96.
You know why? Because probably Saturday he had to throw like what, almost 2 innings.
Yeah.
Well,
This
I mean,
all stuff matters. All this stuff matters.
what do you guys think about this? And I hate to bring in the Yankees into this conversation, but listen, they're not
doing well either.
They're not.
But at least
doing
they
well
won a
right
game.
now either. But
I don't know what that says, but you know what I mean?
What do you guys think about this argument? And I'll go to you first, Eric, on this question, and then we can go around the horn. Because Aaron Boone has come under a lot of criticism, right? Fairly or unfairly.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who learned under Aaron Boone? Carlos Mendoza. And some people feel that now we're seeing the cracks are starting to show that maybe Mendoza is not that guy. And I'm a firm believer in it's the players, but I also do believe that, to Lee J's point about the pinch runner and
That's a manager thing. That's not a player thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And I think I'm the one that texted that on Tuesday. I'm doing the game like, why the fuck wasn't Taylor a pinch runner? Because I think, Lee J, you said
I texted you because I wasn't watching.
Right, you weren't watching.
So when I found out they lost, I texted you guys and I asked.
Right, that was you. Yeah.
Was Taylor taken out of the game?
And I had to check the box score quick.
Again, a fan. I didn't watch the game, but I saw the box score and I said,
yeah.
Am I missing something here? And that's when I asked you guys, did Taylor come in the game and then was he taken out again? Then if that's the case, then fine. Null and void. It doesn't matter.
Right.
When you told me no, he was available, I wanted to throw my phone out the window.
And Taylor...
There's a reason Marte doesn't play the field.
Yeah.
Right.
One of the reasons is because he's slow. Bro, he was thrown out by a mile.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like Taylor now, that's his role. He took the Acuna role. Acuna's out of there, so now you're the sub, and Nimmo needs to go in. I mean, he needs to go in for Nimmo in these late innings because number one, Nimmo's striking out like crazy, and his defense blows. So you put in Taylor at that left field spot. He's the new Acuna for the outfield.
Eric, what do you think about that idea that Mendoza might not be that guy? Because maybe he didn't learn anything.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm not gonna go that far to say he's not the guy, but you need to look at the difference between he pushed the right buttons last year, and this year he's not doing it. He's not doing it for whatever reason. So I don't know if he's relying on analytics or if he's worried about just going with his gut because he's not doing exactly what he did last year. And the thing is that the manager is responsible for those strategic moves. Yes. But to me, it goes on the players and it goes to, and this is something, I think I texted you guys this that had me thinking. Last year, the Mets had a lot of quote unquote good clubhouse guys.
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about that. Yes.
Iglesias, JD Martinez. I'm sure Lindor relied on those guys to send messages to the players.
Mm-hmm.
Now he don't have that guy. Soto's not doing that. Guy, there's people's not. So to me, it goes back to Lindor again. It's like, are you, there are types of leaders. There are rah-rah leaders. There are leaders that are gonna, push you to the side and be like, hey man, you did this wrong, whatever. I don't know which one Lindor is, but it's not working. It's not working, whatever he's doing.
Lee J. Mendoza.
I think it's probably too early. I don't know. I just feel like a lot of like Eric said, a lot of last year was he pushed the right buttons when he spoke. It didn't seem like it was robotic. Mm-hmm. It wasn't scripted. I'm hearing that a lot now. Now he's being.
Yep, you're right.
His answers are short and kind of like snarky.
Mm-hmm.
And
so what happens when you lose?
And I'm just like. You need a better answer. Like somebody needs to have a follow up to that. Like it can't just be like, why you keep throwing Montas out there? Oh, because we know what I'm just making up something right now. That's not what he said, but I'm just saying. Let's say his answer was, oh, because we know what he's proven in the past. Okay, well that was the past. It's not now. Something like that.
Problem.
There's no follow up questions.
Yeah.
You just let him answer and then you move on, and then the interview's over. I just feel like those small little moves lead to bigger and worse decisions.
Mm.
And I hope that's not what happens.
Yeah, my whole problem, again, I will keep on going back. You can't tell me you're serious about winning fucking ball games when fucking Frankie Montas is taking the mound every 5 games. You can't tell me that. I would rather see fucking McLean or Sprout come up and give up 6 fucking runs in an inning. I would rather deal with that than watch a guy you're paying millions of dollars to keep on doing the same shit. Bro, he couldn't even get he was only 3 innings on Saturday, right?
When was that? Here's
Saturday,
another thing to that. What? Yeah. Here's another thing to that. I don't understand what's the idea of having him come out of the bullpen. It doesn't make sense to me. And then you start the game with Reed Garrett. Now you can't use him again.
Yeah.
Yo, Reed Garrett, he gave up a big home run. You know what? I don't blame that guy. You know, he's been a dog all year for the Mets. He comes in and does whatever they ask him to do. Long relief, short relief, 1 out, save. If anybody gets no blame, it's Reed Garrett for me. That's the first guy you throw out there?
It's crazy.
And now it's over. You can't use him again. One of your best relievers all year. Yeah. He throws 1 inning, he's done.
What do you
I don't understand what was the game plan behind that.
Yeah. What frustrates you guys more? Because I kind of go 50-50 on it. Watching Montas on the mound, obviously that's going to frustrate you. But Senga, Manaya, these guys are supposed to be our stoppers are only going 3-4 innings. That is starting to piss me off more because you know what you're going to get from Montas. You know you got to score 7 runs to win that game.
It's a good point. Yeah.
But Senga and Manaya are supposed to be your stoppers. And when I see those guys pitch only 3-4 innings, it pisses me the hell off.
I'm not one to do this, but we'll remember Sue. I wasn't sold on Manaya or Senga.
Yeah,
I'm still.
You weren't.
No, all right.
When they re-signed him last year, we watched him shit the bed in Milwaukee. Speaking about Manaya, and what did we say? He's not used to doing this. He's our ace. He's not an ace. Mm-hmm. Senga had a good rookie year, and then like you said, Eric, he paper mache. He hasn't proven to me that he's a starting 1 pitcher. They're 2 at best, 3-4. Mm-hmm. And you're right. It's probably Manaya because you were quick to sign that check for Manaya. And I was like, why are they doing this? Why? But meanwhile, a homegrown guy, granted, falling off a little bit, whatever, you taking so long. You gave Manaya 3 years for $75 for 1 year, which was good. He wasn't it for me. Senga ain't it for me still. I don't know, man. I don't know what's happening here. And then every time he's at a game and they put the camera up to him, I want to throw eggs at my TV. I hate looking at his stupid face. Talking about Stearns. He looks like a rat. I hate that guy. He's a dork.
Let me ask you something. Because I don't think we were doing this podcast when he got hired because it's 2 years ago. Did you ever have anybody in mind to come in as a GM beside?
I think I did, but right now I probably couldn't tell you. But yeah, I don't really. I was trying to think of even the candidates they had besides him at that time. Yeah. But I knew it was going to be him because, maybe this guy, which was like obvious for everyone, Theo Epstein. That I remember, but that was the obvious one for everybody.
Yeah.
But that guy's proven, and he took a team out of the doldrums that hadn't won in a long time. And then he did it with the Cubs, or vice versa. However order it happened.
It was Red Sox and the Cubs. Yeah. Eric, you going to say something?
No, I was going to say.
Go ahead, sorry.
Stearns was a guy that Steve Cohen was targeting for a few years.
That's true.
So that's what I was going to say. Yep.
We all knew that was going to happen.
Yep.
But what, like going back to what Lee J said, what track record did that guy? I mean, yeah, Milwaukee made the playoffs a couple of times and he got bounced in the first round. But what other track record does that guy have for you to target a guy 2-3 years in advance to say, okay, that's going to be my guy, and we'll worry about that in 2 or 3 years?
Because he was a Mets fan. That's what I think it comes down to. And I think that's stupid.
Get the hell out of here.
And I think that's what
I'm
it
not
is.
laughing at what you're saying. I'm
No,
laughing
I know,
because
yeah.
I could believe that.
Yeah, because he was a Mets. That's the only logical conclusion that I can think
And
of.
I guess he's
that-
heavy analytical driven, and that's where the sport is going.
right. I really do think, and there was a section. Let me be fair, because you know how much I can't help but I love to read stupid internet comments. There was a subsection of Mets fans that thought, oh, because he knows he's one of us,
Ugh.
he knows the suffering
He ain't me.
but he knows the suffering. He's gonna come in and do what's necessary to fix this franchise.
Okay.
That was the mentality, and I guarantee you that is still the mentality. One of us, one. You know what I mean? But that doesn't work that way. You know what? It's not reality at all.
Here's a problem, like I've always said. There's some, however you feel about the Wilpons, that's not what I'm about to bring up. It's irrelevant. So the majority of everyone thinks the Wilpons was shit. Is that a true statement
That is
or fair
absolutely-
statement?
Yes, true. Very
So when you bring in people that have no track record and you're comparing them to shit,
You look great.
you look great.
You got a point there.
You could be shit too. You just don't have corn or peanuts in it.
Oh my fuck God. Okay. Do we have anything else to say here? I feel like we're beating a dead horse in some ways. Oh,
that horse is dead.
well, no. Here's the final question. First, Eric, do they make the playoffs? Yes or no?
Well, I'm gonna still say yes because
Okay.
I'm thinking about it, drinking that blue and orange Kool-Aid, but it don't look good, man, because now, bro, Cincinnati's right there.
Yep.
And now you got Philly versus Cincinnati. Who are you rooting for?
Yeah, that's a good point.
What are you rooting
Yeah.
for?
And it's early, but Cincinnati's up 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man.
Uh,
I'm gonna say yes just because I'm
okay.
a Met fan.
Okay, Lee J. Don't forget what you said in that preseason, because you said yes, they would make the playoffs, but not win the division.
Well, that was months ago. Here we are today.
Piece of shit.
And I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Stick by your guns, bitch.
I can't because
Okay.
that's I'm going by what I'm seeing now. And if I'm gonna be honest, this team looks dead in the water, man. And I hate to say that.
Hmm.
And when you show me as people that are in charge of the team, you're not making any changes, you're not doing anything because you're seeing it too. You can't tell us that you don't see it.
Yeah,
I
of
get
course,
I get
yeah.
you can't say it.
Everybody sees it.
Right, you
They
can't
must see
say
it.
those exact,
Yeah.
but there's certain things you could say that you could take accountability for,
Yeah.
and you're not even saying that. All you keep saying is, "We got a good team. We got a good team. We showed it last year." I say that this is what 2006. The Mets are gonna get like they didn't make the World Series that year. We're not gonna make the playoffs this year.
I'm gonna stick by my guns and say that they will make the playoffs. And the only reason I'm saying that, Anthony DeComo made a good point on Twitter, and it made me think. The middle of the pack is so fucking shitty that the Mets might back into the playoffs, but I think they'll get bounced in the first round. And you know what the thing is right now? You know who they would play on the road 3 games? No,
Philly.
I think
Oh.
would it be Philly?
I think
thought
it's
it would
Philly.
be,
Right now, it's Philly. When they showed the chart the other day, it was Philly. I think.
Oh, Jesus. Well, it was either that or I saw the Cubs.
Here's to that Tacoma point real quick so we can move
Yeah.
on. That's all fair and well, but look at the Cleveland Guardians. They sold at the trading deadline,
Right, and they're right in it. Yeah.
and they're right there.
Yeah,
Granted, that's
it's
the
crazy.
American League. I understand all of that. You just never look at Miami. We're only. It sounds crazy. It sounds still like a distant number, but we're only 6 games up on Miami for the third number 3 in the East.
Ah, that's crazy.
They're
That's insane.
we're 5.5 out of first, and they're 11.5.
Jeez.
And on that note,
One last question for me will be: will I go to the game when they come into town? in a
oh
couple of
shit,
weeks?
when are they going to be there?
22nd, 23rd, and 24th.
I would say yes, but make sure you have that bag.
I might be on TV.
Oh, Jesus. All right.